We're just moments away from that hotline flashing and Alex Jones calling for the Alex Jones Freedom Nugget. Why? Because you can't stop freedom when it's in nugget form. Sometimes he didn't have time to mention it because he's talking so damn fast. But his websites are Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. And Alex joins us every Tuesday at this time. We say hello, Alex.
Oh, it is so good to be here with Lord Hodge.
You know, we were just talking about your websites, Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. And one thing, whatever they hear during today's Freedom Nugget, they can always go to those sites and see the documented proof. Isn't that right, Alex?
Absolutely. You know, I heard you yesterday talking about, hey, yippee, hooray, Gaddafi is out. And at a certain level, yes, Gaddafi has been a dictator for 40 years. But as dictators go, he has actually developed the country. And now the new group, this is even in the L.A. Times, that they're trying to put into power, the new group is admittedly headed up by Al-Qaeda. That's the L.A. Times. Libyan rebel stories, Taliban and Al-Qaeda working with NATO. And so the main leader of the rebels openly told major newspapers a few months ago that, yes, I've killed Americans in Iraq, and I hate them, but I'll work with them now to get Gaddafi. And they've announced Sharia law, and that they are going to make all the women now who get to go to college and get to wear pants because it's more of a secular government. They're all going to have to wear the burqas now. And it's the same thing in Egypt. They kicked out the old U.S. dictator and put in the Muslim Brotherhood.
Now, Alex, was Gaddafi kind of like Saddam Hussein? Was he trained and educated by Americans and then put into power in the first place?
No, he was not like Saddam. He was not like bin Laden, who were both trained by the United States. In his case, he was part of the military.
Oh, okay.
And they had a British-backed fake king in there. Before that, Mussolini, via Hitler, had taken over Libya. So they've been occupied for a long time. But the point here is they've told us 8 times he's been killed the last 4.5 months. They told us he ran to Venezuela. They said all his sons were dead. Now they've been popping back up alive. What they did was have U.S. British Special Forces with 2,000 Al-Qaeda do a night landing 2 days ago in the capital, because it's right there on the ocean, and start just blowing everything up and then saying, we've taken Tripoli, the people have risen up. Basically, what the UN and the big banks do is they go finance a rebel group, same thing in Syria, to attack the government. And then when the government fights the rebels, they go, oh, look, they're attacking protesters. And then NATO comes in and bombs and then tells you this is humanitarian. The last 4.5 months of bombing, thousands dead. Now they're bombing water treatment plants, power plants. They're wrecking it. And so the same big banks that have taken over our country are just now taking over Libya, taking over Syria, taking over all these other countries. They used Al-Qaeda to attack the Serbs when the Serbs fought back in Kosovo. Then they went in and bombed all of Serbia with depleted uranium weapons. And so it's the same story. Al-Qaeda was created by the CIA, and it's an Arab mercenary brigade that they use to carry out their dirty work. So they have Al-Qaeda attack us, take our liberties. Have Al-Qaeda attack other countries, say Al-Qaeda's heroes. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. But, hey, Al-Qaeda, we're told, is good, Mr. Hodge. What about this? CNN. First responders decry exclusion from 911 ceremony. They have criticized the deadly dust, so they're not allowed at the grandstanding government event where they're going to make themselves look like heroes, the government is. Meanwhile, I have another report here. When 9/11 first responders want health care, heroes terror scrutiny, they're put through a terror database. So only in America is Al-Qaeda honored and protected and called heroes, and the 9/11 first responders, they're now called terrorists and aren't allowed at the demonstration. And you know why they're not allowed at the demonstration? Because I've talked to most of them. They know 9/11 was an inside job. God bless you, Hodge. And I guess out with Gaddafi, in with Al-Qaeda. I'm sorry, I just can't praise Al-Qaeda. God bless you.
Later on, Alex. Once again, check it all out for yourself, Infowars.com, PrisonPlanet.com.